A whole new era for NXT as it joins the CW network. New intro, new logo. What are your thoughts on the new NXT logo? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Kicking the show off though is Shawn Michaels, the guy who runs NXT, with an eventual DX reunion. Was just very cool, wasn't it? Shawn Michaels would reveal brand new championship belts for NXT. They look amazing. I love the fact Shawn revealed them and then immediately stood in front of them so no one in the world could see them. I thought that was quite Shawn Michaels, wasn't it? But having Triple H, Shawn Michaels DX reunion and having them get the crowd hyped with the Are You Ready? Just brilliant. That crowd, the minute they realised what was happening, that was fun to see, wasn't it? This is things you might have missed from NXT, and I've just realised I've got to change all my graphics. Like the video, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. With Chicago's own CM Punk as the special guest referee, it was time for the main event. Trick Williams, Ethan Page, and this was a decent hard-hitting match, wasn't it? Trick Williams would go through the announce table tonight, and I've got some bad news. There was seemingly no sign of Vic Joseph's candy. They better not have got rid of that in this new era of NXT. CM Punk did do a good job as the referee tonight, called it straight down the middle. No Drew McIntyre appearance, which I was deadly shocked by, but it would be Trick Williams picking up the win. The celebration would start, and yes, there was a GTS for Ethan Page. Honestly, this was amazing. Trick Williams got a giant pop at the end. New champion for a new era. Heartbreak for many as Roxanne Perez retains the Women's Championship. In the first match of the new era of NXT, Giulia would battle Roxanne. This was beautiful, by the way. The double underhook suplex off the top rope, even able to bridge into a cover. Oh my god, Giulia is amazing. I firmly don't believe that this in any way damages Giulia. Giulia is new to WWE, putting her straight as the champion. There's nowhere else for her to go. This sets up so much. Roxanne was going to cheat, but of course the mystery person would come out attacking Giulia, rolling Giulia back in the ring, allowing Roxanne Perez to pick up the win. We would then get the reveal of Cora Jade. Cora Jade is back. We wondered if it would happen. We didn't expect it to happen tonight. But come on, it's cool, isn't it? Question is, obviously Cora went after Giulia. Did Roxanne know? Obviously Roxanne grabbed that championship. So did she know? Are they aligned against the new breed coming into NXT potentially? Also, does that set up now Cora versus Giulia? That's something I want to see. You have to think whatever story they're going to tell, it's going to lead to Cora versus Roxanne. I think that's the match a lot of people have dreamt of long before Giulia and Delta and Stephanie Vicure came to WWE. The two would actually meet later on the show backstage, and I really like this. I didn't even notice it until this segment, but look at the colour scheme in their hair, the nails and stuff. It's all purple. It's like they coordinated, isn't it? I love that. I do like the idea of these two reforming their friendship. I just kind of think the generation clashes between Roxanne and Cora, Stephanie and Giulia just makes a load of sense to me. So let's do it. A short vignette would play just before the main event as someone is making her way to NXT. And this is obviously Delta. A lot of hype behind Delta. I've not seen a lot from her. I have YouTubed a few of her matches and sort of seen some stuff. She looks really impressive in the ring. Very unique look to her as well. So I think she's going to do wonders in WWE. Here is the poster for NXT on the CW network. Thought you might find that interesting. And I know if you're on the west coast of the USA, you guys have not had it easy tonight because there apparently isn't a live stream element to the CW app if you're in a different time zone. So you don't get to watch the show live. That's a real downfall. I really think that's something WWE and the CW need to work out ASAP. The street fight took place tonight between Zachary Wentz and Wes Lee. When I say this match had everything, it literally had everything. So many hardcore spots, exactly like you'd predict. I wouldn't say this was exactly TV-14. All the rumours were that this show was listed as TV-14. I think they would have done this in the PG era too. Some of the crazy spots worth mentioning, of course, Zachary Wentz getting pushed from the top rope by Wes Lee, missing the table, just clipping it, and obviously overshooting it. Now, obviously that looked bad. He was okay. This spot as well, the trash can swanton bomb by Zachary Wentz. The long way round for the trash can. That's got to hurt. It would be the steel chain wrapped around the legs of Wes Lee being driven into the face of Zachary Wentz that would allow Wes Lee to win this match. Very fun match indeed, no doubt about that. The question is now, they are one apiece. Do we get a third match? And if we do, how the hell do you top this street fight? While NXT was live from Chicago tonight, next week it takes to the road again in St. Louis, Missouri. Now, obviously, the North American title match is set for next week as Tony D'Angelo challenges Oba Femi one more time. And Miz TV tonight was unmissable. This was a really good promo. If for nothing else, the crowd response. The crowd were firmly behind Oba Femi before Tony D'Angelo reminded them that he grew up in Chicago, and that was it. They were Tony D'Angelo fans from that point forward. I love the crowds. Oba Femi telling Tony D'Angelo, "You can't beat me," and Tony D'Angelo responding, "You're just a man," to then have Oba Femi just smirk and say, "I am inevitable." The Miz was loving it. I was loving it. Great promo, great segment, great hype for next week. Nice to see Lexis King getting a segment with CM Punk backstage tonight. Obviously reminding the audience of this babyface-like turn for Lexis King. Also, the irony is not lost on me that an AEW former superstar in Lexis King went to CM Punk for advice. Well done, WWE. But I like this. I think, again, just giving that rub, getting some attention on Lexis King, why not? Fatal Influence would defeat Jaida Parker and Lola Vice tonight because Jaida Parker would walk out on Lola Vice. Potential heel turn there from Jaida. Was anyone else like me and more addicted to wrestling than they like to admit, and old enough to remember that when Booker T said Lola Vice was hot, Lola Vice was spicy, I thought the next line was going to be Lola Vice is Curry Man? Google it, kids. Don't worry. It was a gimmick that Christopher Daniels portrayed. After the match, Fatal Influence would challenge Kelani Jordan, who said, "Well, we can fight now, because I didn't come alone." Out walks Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, clearing house. They looked amazing tonight. Great pop for the women's tag team champs. Great moment on NXT. Likely now a 6-woman tag match next week, perhaps. But don't forget as well, JC Jane putting it out there. She wants the Women's North American Championship, so I'm going to assume that's coming up in the future of NXT too. Would you like to see JC Jane win the Women's North American title? As we now start looking forward to next week on NXT in St. Louis, the question is, with the tag belts on the line, will this be the debut of the Motor City Machine Guns? I hope so, man. I'm so hyped to see Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin on WWE TV. Let's see. We'll be waiting next week for sure. Fun show tonight. Glad to see Cora Jade back. Obviously, that tease for Delta was cool. For me, very solid. 9 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Turn on notifications. You'll never miss an upload. Like the video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace!